Here's something strange. The man who wrote the book on capitalism, the single most influential economic thinker who ever lived, never ran a company, never made a trade. He was a quiet, absent-minded university professor who once wandered out of his house in his dressing gown and walked halfway across town before he noticed. And yet the ideas he put on paper rewired how entire civilizations think about money, work, and wealth. Adam Smith was born in 1723 in Kirkcaldy, a small coastal town in Scotland. His father died before he was born, and he was raised by a devoted mother who recognized something unusual in her son, a restless, questioning mind that never stopped turning things over. There's a strange story from when he was 4 years old. A group of traveling gypsies reportedly kidnapped him. He was recovered quickly, and historians still debate whether it actually happened. But what is certain is that from the very beginning, Adam Smith's life had a way of becoming the stuff of legend. His mother made sure he got the best education available. By 14, he was at the University of Glasgow, studying under Francis Hutcheson, a philosopher who taught that humans are naturally good and naturally drawn to help each other. That idea lodged itself deep in Smith's thinking and never left. He won a scholarship to Oxford and hated it, found the professors lazy, the curriculum outdated, the whole atmosphere stifling compared to Scotland. So he educated himself, reading everything he could find. Philosophy, languages, and a new subject that didn't even have a proper name yet: political economy. Back in Scotland, he became a professor at Glasgow by 28. His students loved him. He had this rare gift of making complex ideas feel simple and alive. In 1759, he published The Theory of Moral Sentiments, arguing that humans have a built-in capacity for sympathy and that this sympathy is the foundation of all moral behavior. The book made him famous. But then Smith did something unexpected. He quit his university job to tutor a young duke and traveled to France. There he met Voltaire, the physiocrats, philosophers questioning everything about how societies should be organized. These conversations lit a fire in his mind. He came home to Kirkcaldy, moved in with his mother, and spent 10 years writing. 10 years, one book. When it finally appeared in 1776, the same year as the American Declaration of Independence, it was 1,000 pages long. The Wealth of Nations. In it, Smith described something no one had fully articulated before. He used the example of a pin factory. One worker making pins alone might produce a handful a day. But divide the work into specialized steps, and suddenly a small team can produce thousands. The division of labor. It sounds obvious now. It wasn't then. And then there was the invisible hand. When a baker bakes bread, he's not doing it out of kindness. He's doing it to earn a living. But in pursuing his own interest, he feeds his community. Multiply that across an entire economy, and you get a system that coordinates millions of decisions without anyone being in charge. But here's what most people get wrong about Adam Smith. They think he was a champion of pure, unregulated capitalism, that he believed greed was good. The truth is far more complicated and far more relevant today. What Smith actually believed about the limits of markets and the moral obligations of a wealthy society might surprise you. But to hear that part of the story, the full episode is on the Lyfestori app. There's free content you can listen to right away and a free trial that gives you access to every episode in the library. About 15 minutes per story, perfect for a commute or a walk. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. New stories every week. And drop a comment. Is the invisible hand still working, or is it broken? I'd love to hear what you think. See you in the next one.